I remember I saw a headline once that said, should Britain return stolen artifacts to Africa? And I was just there like, wow, this is a headline, you know, like, I understand why that's even a question. They're stolen artifacts from Africa, should you return them? Well, yes, obviously you should. There's like these Egyptian exhibitions going on. Why do you have it? Why are they not in Egypt? It's like saying King Henry's body's in Nigeria. Why? There are artifacts from African history that are sitting in the attic of the Vatican. I'm sorry, what? So is anyone going to bring them down? Is anyone going to bring them out? Is anyone going to talk about it? No? Oh, okay. Doesn't make any sense to me. I just feel like there's always stealing something. Always stealing something from someone else and giving it a new name and like using it as entertainment for other people. Like, is this really where I live? Is this really what I'm part of? I'm so upset. They asked if they should give stolen artifacts back. Is that not rude? I think that's rude. It is rude. I don't understand why tax is so high. I don't make that much money. I'm struggling to pay, like, some days, yeah? Alright, listen, if we're gonna get real, don't judge me. Some days, money's tight, innit? I have to either decide if I'm gonna go out, if I'm gonna stay at home. If I do go out, everything has to be planned on the same day, so as to make full use of that travel card. On the occasion where I do have to split the days up, child travel card it has to be sometimes, because sometimes money's just not on your side because you work a minimum wage job. Once you pay for your Oyster card and for food and maybe your phone bill, yeah, what money do you have? You don't have any money to live a life. I paid for a degree that, one, I can't afford, two, hasn't actually got me a job, but you told me I should go to uni to get a job, but really you just wanted me to give you money. Cool. My taxes weren't enough now. Cool. Safe it out. I work a minimum wage job that pays for the Queen's, like, how many rooms does Buckingham Palace have? Prince William and Kate are just like, they're just flying all willy-nilly to take pretty pictures, cute pictures at like some photo op. I'm paying for that, you're paying for that, we're all paying for it, but why? It's like, you're privileged for no reason. They're just there living on taxpayers' money in their lavish lives. Where's their money coming from? What do they do? Their occupation to be royalty. Cool, my occupation is to slave. I get the question if I'm a Christian a lot, and I always feel awkward when I say no, because they just expect you to be a Christian because you're black. I just don't feel that I need the restrictions of a religion to teach me how to be a good person and how to love and how to be right onto others. Like, most religious people aren't actually nice, so I don't really need religion. I don't need to be part of the contradiction that they live in. Like, I used to be a Christian, don't get me wrong. Maybe I was 20 and I was just kind of like, no, none of this makes sense. There's too many questions that no one can answer. My main reason I just kind of like fell off of it was I read Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart. That pissed me off. I was like, so basically you came in with your religion and you just changed everything. You just took away from like their culture. You turn them against each other. I feel like religion's always just been a tool that's been used to like just tear other people apart. In Europe and a lot of westernized countries, they kind of like look down on African countries and their religion and their traditions. Like they call it witchcraft, juju, voodoo. But you know, it's alright because there's a lot of things in our history that white people have they love to twist it and they love to take it. They're just like thieves. I love you really. I don't really know if like other black people are kind of aware of the history of it all. Like I feel like they might be. In others I feel like they're just more ignorant to it. Like they're happy to ignore the history books, they're happy to ignore it, they're not trying to find out anything about it. There's so many people that are willfully ignorant. I feel like it would just be too much for them to wake up. So sometimes you just need to take a moment, chill, and ask yourself, are the things I've been taught and the things I've read, are they actually real? Do they mean anything? They're not trying to do that. Ignorance is bliss, so some people are just happy to be blissfully ignorant. It's better to not know. Because there is a problem. Once you're woke, you can't sleep again. I don't have time for religion. I'm not a Buddhist, I'm not an atheist. I believe in God, I believe in the higher power, but I don't really feel I need to believe in Christianity or the church to believe in. I don't really understand why weed is illegal. If everyone's smoking weed, maybe more people would just be chilled out. I feel like this world is somewhat similar to 1984, George Orwell's book. The police and the government, just, you know, they're kind of trying to control you in any possible way that they can. They don't want everyone to be chilled out and happy and just vibe with each other, because how are you going to control happy people? People that are just so chilled enough to know like when their happiness is being destroyed. I always wondered what they do with like confiscated weed. I'm just like, what do you guys do with it? You keep it for evidence. It's a lot of weed you got for evidence, you know. I'm sure you guys have taken like a cheeky spliff home once. These adverts that show little starving African children with their pot bellies and like flies just flying all around, I feel like they're really disrespectful. There is a lot more to Africa than just that. I feel like since the colonisation, a lot of Western charities are just trying to find new ways to colonise again. So they decided, okay, well, let's build these charities. These charities want to tell me that some child somewhere is dying and they need my £4 to save them. How long has your charity been going on for that you don't have enough money to do that yet? What? I should still give you money, but you've definitely been going for like 20 years. Or it's just going to be an ongoing thing of you helping out the poor blacks in Africa. Like, spare me. Because of capitalism, these charities, they can't finish their job. They should have done that, but obviously capitalism tells them that, well, if you do that, then your business will be over. So what are you going to do after that? They can never be finished. You still need to get £3 a month just in case, because it always has to keep going in order for their business to keep going, in order for them to keep getting money. They bring these big sporting events with promises of jobs, money and help, and once it's over, you're just like, oh, only for the next 6 weeks. How many people did they move out of places to make space for the games. Wow, where did you put those people? There's a good question. Where are those people now? Like the Olympic Park, an apartment there would cost like over £1,000 something, like per month. And I was like, I'm sorry, so who exactly is gonna live here? The World Cup, all these like Brazilian families are being shoved out. So who can live there? What have you done with these people? What have you've just like basically destroyed lives. Not even thrown out of their homes, they're being ambushed out, like they're being attacked. Tear gas being sprayed at them. I've seen these people just crying and running from their homes, and I'm like, wait, this is all for the World Cup, this is all for money. Those people don't have a voice, and no one stepped in to be their voice. No one even decided to find out like what's wrong with them, like what's happening with you guys. It's the same with like Nigeria and the missing girls. After a while, obviously it's a headliner, then sooner or later it's just like, okay, well cool, that happened far back enough for no one to bring it up again, so we don't really need to talk about it anymore. They asked if they should give stolen artifacts back. Is that not rude? Because of capitalism, these charities, they can't finish their job. Prince William and Kate are just like, they're just flying all willy-nilly. I'm paying for that, you're paying for that, but why? How are you going to control happy people?